Hello everyone, this is Smith Shah presenting portfolio for my Studio One project. As a part of Studio One construction project formulation and appraisal, we had to carry out feasibility study for upcoming waste to energy plant in Ahmedabad. This portfolio includes project schedule, resource management, cost analysis, financial analysis, and techno-economic analysis. The location of project is near Piplaj, Ahmedabad. The objective of the project is to reduce the municipal solid waste going to dump sites and use it as a raw material for generating electricity. There are few plants for compost and RDF processing operational since 2009 in Ahmedabad, but some of them had to shut down due to low calorific value. The contract here is DBFOT contract for processing 1000 TPT mixed solid waste for 30 years and for a budget of 240 crores. The client here is Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation. The project schedule was made in Microsoft Project. Using WPS, activities were identified for each phase and duration was noted. Also, the interdependencies between the activities was also noted. According to our schedule, the project is assumed to start on 2012 and was to be completed on June 2018. All the data were taken after talking with experts in secondary data. Here, resource allocation is done for two phases for our project, that is inception and development. After allocating the resources to each activity, cost analysis was done by first keeping activities on early start and then by keeping all activities on late start. The cost breakdown can be generated from resource usage sheet in MSP. As shown in the graph, there is a difference in cost between early start and late start. Then to see whether the project should be scheduled in early start duration or late start duration, net present value is calculated for early start and late start at NPV rate of 11.8% per annum. This 11.8% rate is taken as per GERC guidelines for our project. It can be clearly seen in the table that if we take early start approach, we incur more cost. The cost difference is approximately 7.4 lakhs. For this exercise, it can be concluded that late start is the schedule that the project should follow. Cost analysis was carried out for each phase by keeping in mind all the resources required for each phase. Here the graphs are shown for each phase which tells us which component is carrying more cost for their respective phase. Total cost in the inception phase is 12.7 crore. Feasibility studies account for maximum cost in the inception phase. In development phase, every consultant has been assigned equal percentage, that is 1% of the total cost. Total cost for development comes to be 9.6 crore. For implementation phase, the major cost is incurred on technical plant building, which includes incineration technology. The total cost of implementation phase is 152 crore. In operation and maintenance phase, the major expense of 43 crore are incurred in manpower management for 30 years. Total cost for O&M is 67 crore. Among all the phases, implementation phase cost is more than other phase. After calculating all the cost, we got the final project cost to be 242 crore. For financial analysis, the cost of each phase of project is taken as per our cost analysis shown before. Some assumptions were taken for various calculations. The assumptions are taken from solid waste management rules and GERC guidelines. The procedure which we followed was, first, we calculated the capex and opex based on the cost management shown earlier, which will give us the total expense. Then we generated the revenue table from which we got the inflows and outflows for each year till concession period. Then we calculated the debt plan from which we found out that our debt will be repaid in 10 years. Then we calculated profit and loss statement from which we found out our profit will start from 2019. Then we generated the cash flow statement which showed us the cash flow balance at the end of each year. After that, we generated the balance sheet. Lastly, we calculated net present value and internal rate of return to see whether our project is financially viable or not. We also calculated few ratios to assess our financial analysis. We generated revenue table from which we got the inflows and outflows for the project. For our revenue generation, revenue is generated in two ways. First is the revenue generated by selling the electricity produced from the plant to GUVNL at rate of Rs 7.03 per unit. Using plant load factor, total revenue generated is calculated. Second is the viability gap funding at Rs 0.6 per unit produced given by ULP. From the graph, we can see that expense is more than revenue from year 2039, which means that the project is incurring loss. To overcome the loss, either more revenue streams are to be generated or the amount paid for per unit of electricity should be increased. Next, we calculated the net present value at PVF at the rate 11.8%. The NPV coming here is positive, which indicates the project is financially viable. The IRR is coming to be 24.55%. This will help the investors to know whether to invest in the project or not. This deliverable gave us the conclusion that the project is financially feasible. For techno-economic analysis, first we did the comparison of technologies available for processing of waste, which includes thermomechanical processing, that is waste to energy plant, refuse derived fuel, and waste to compost. Here in the graph given by comparing different criteria like result produced, capital investment, and land required, we can infer that waste to energy plant is more suitable as rejects produced is very less and processing capacity is also more. Then we saw land area required and cost for dumping of waste for 10 years for the respective processing technologies. From that, we inferred that thermomechanical processing is more beneficial. After seeing that the thermomechanical process is best suitable, we have analyzed various technologies available for the same, which are incineration, pyrolysis gasification, and biomethanation. We calculated the total expense incurred on each technology and revenue generated by each technology. After that, we calculated the benefit cost ratio for each technology. Here for incineration technology, benefit cost ratio is 1.59, which is more than 1. That shows that benefit is more than the cost incurred. The benefit cost ratio of pyrolysis and gasification is 0.18 and for biomethanation is 0.19, which is less than 1. After comparing benefit cost ratio, we can say that incineration is best suitable technology for waste to energy plant. At the end, we can conclude that for efficient waste processing, thermomechanical processing, that is waste to energy plant is very much suitable for our project, and for that incineration technology is more beneficial. In the summary for the above deliverables explained, we can say that the project should be carried out in late start duration. The highest cost bearing phase is implementation phase. The project is financially viable as NPV is positive. Seeing to the requirement, waste to energy is the best suitable processing method for Ahmedabad, and mass incineration is best technology for that. In conclusion, we can say that every exercise done in the studio was aimed at finding the best way to approach the establishment of a waste to energy plant. By studying similar projects and analyzing alternatives to select the best one based on primary and secondary sources of data, it was concluded that a waste to energy plant was required in city of Ahmedabad and the best technology would be incineration. The conceptualization to the finishing of construction will take 4 years, and in the end it will be feasible and beneficial to the city.